Hi, my name is Rinku. I would like to share a story of my life to you. At the end of 2018, my husband Stephen and I were about to finish our college and planning to join for internship, and we got to know that I was pregnant. None of our families were around us, but God has spoken to one family from Maine, and they have opened their home for us. I thank God for Brian and Kelly Bean. As some of the women have experienced, I was also very sick every day until I gave birth. But we were so excited to see and receive our baby. 2019, August 14, I started to have pain. And we went to the hospital the very next day. And we delivered our beautiful baby girl at 7 o'clock. And we call her Zaylin, meaning gift from God. And the family, they have asked us to go back with them to their house. According to the doctors, I was perfectly all right. And we went to their house. All of us were so happy with our baby girl. But 1 week right after the delivery, I fed my baby and I went to the washroom. And I felt something weird. And I was bleeding. I cleaned it out and came to the room. I have told this to my husband and went to the bed again. But I felt something weird again. We went to the washroom and yes, I was still bleeding. It was heavier than before. And Brian and Kelly came to the washroom. I was pale and they called the ambulance. Ambulance came, but by that time, I was passed out. Ambulance rushed to the hospital. Kelly and my husband, they followed the ambulance with 1 week old of our baby. We reached the hospital. We were thinking that they could help me, but they didn't help us. Because of some issues among the doctors, they didn't want to treat me. I was still bleeding. My husband was doing everything what doctors and nurses are supposed to do. On one side, my 1 week old baby girl. The other side, my husband is really struggling. And I couldn't feed my baby. I started to cry. I was trying to control my emotions, but I couldn't. All these were happening at midnight and early morning. We couldn't call any of our families because everybody's in different countries. We didn't have friends near to us, and we were waiting. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, my husband called one of our professors from Faith Bible College International, Dr. Bell, and he prayed for me. Suddenly, I felt something in my body, and a bigger size of quarter of blood clot came out from my uterus. Immediately, my bleeding has stopped. Only because of Jesus, this could happen. Because of Jesus, I'm still alive and sharing this testimony to you. He wanted to fulfill the promises and glorify His name through this testimony. You might be going through the same situation. You might be pregnant and you might don't have any of your families or friends or cousins around you. You might be going through some depressions. But I can tell you from my experience, I didn't have any of my families, my siblings, my close friends with me. And I was going through with these emotional things in my life. But I called the name of Jesus, and He came to my room and healed me. He was the only comforter. He was the only healer. He was the only helper. We thought that doctors could help me, but they couldn't. Only because of Jesus that I am still alive. If you are facing this situation, if you need any prayers, you can call us and we will be praying for you. God bless you.